Uh, I think we're live. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, friends. Um, well, I'm sure you know me. You know me by now, and today I'm here to again, collaborate and introduce you to an amazing personality who is part of the VWC, and she is doing some amazing work. So here I am talking about an accomplished yoga therapist. She's a notable award winner, and recognition has come to her. And she's also called the Asia's iconic yoga therapist. She's been awarded with Nobel Golden Crown Award for Best Yoga Therapist and SIWA Award for Outstanding Women Entrepreneurs. She has been doing some amazing work, and she is known for how she has broken from the basic conservative norm about yoga and therapy. And she is doing some very, very amazing visionary work, and she's the founder of Yogatathva. I am very happy to introduce you to Padmapriyadharsini. Um, Here we have her. Hi, Padma. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you, Bhavana, and thank you to the Visionary Women Circle who had brought me into this stage. Very glad that I'm here to share my information and knowledge with you all.
Thank you so much for being here. And, I think you are doing some really, really commendable work. And, I feel people have, yoga is a very generic term, and it is being used. Of course, it is part of our culture for centuries, and it has been there, but it's somehow not interpreted rightly or not understood rightly. So I think today's session we will, break down all of it for people to understand, and also how it can be just not be a part of an exercise or just a routine, but it can be part. It is important part of your life. That is what I think we should have a conversation today, and let's do some good awareness session together. So thank you for being here, and thank you for having me, VWC. So both of us are here, and I'm very curious to know, first of all, how did it all start with you, Padma? I mean, you're a young woman who's been doing so much work. Read a lot about you. I feel, how did it all happen to you? What made you think, why yoga?
Uh, so, when did I start yoga? So, I had a very difficult puberty phase, and my mom just told me, "Why don't you join yoga? It will help you." And I had no clue. I was in my teens when I
Oh,
had to take some yoga classes. I had no clue how it helps me. Okay, just
okay.
went to the class, enjoyed the class, and I didn't even connect what I was doing, whether I got improvised or not. I was that very innocent. That is the age I was started with yoga. There was always a connect between me and the practices. It was not a physical activity that I was doing. I realized it way long. I took a lot of time to realize that. Okay, there was
Okay.
a connect that actually I got attracted towards, but it was not a physical connection. If you ask me, how did you do yoga? Did you stand upside down or did you do all the poses? No. So that is this age I started with. My difficulty in puberty, I very easily crossed that and then understood with certain movements I could able to move forward. And a later point of time, I was like an ordinary girl who was educated in engineering background. I did my BTech IT in
Yes,
quite.
I was just watching that, from an engineer to being a yoga,
Yeah.
expert.
So
Wow.
and I was very keen, a very task oriented person,
Mm.
very organized and very consistent in my work. I Because of that, in a very young age, I get to travel to many places, and even in my house, if you see, my dad had a lot of health issues, and we ladies, me, my sister, and my mom, we had to take up a little of responsibility, and we were working towards it. And that is when I realized, in the story, or in the life of taking up the activities, proving ourselves as women who is very successful, I
Sure.
tend to lose myself a lot, especially in my health. So I didn't even realize it because I was too young to realize
Sure.
all our keps is active. But eventually in 2000, between 9 and 10, when I came back, I was in US, I was in London, I was working in multiple companies. And when I came back to Chennai, I met with a very small accident.
Oh,
And I had a very minor injury in my neck, and
oh,
which eventually developed. It stayed with me like more than 2.5 years. I couldn't sit for a long time, I couldn't stand not more than 15 minutes, I cannot watch TV more than 15 minutes. There was terrible pain that was killing me. And that was the young age where you have to explore most of it.
sure.
So at that point of time, I had been to multiple medication, including allopathy, Ayurvedic, and naturopathy, what not. Okay,
Uh,
because I wanted to get back to the old little girl who wanted to do all of it.
yeah, she
But
wants to fly high and she's restricted.
yeah, so I couldn't take the fact that I cannot sit and watch a system for 15 minutes, I cannot
Sure.
stand. And I couldn't take the fact. So I said, I'm going to break it, and I'm going to research myself how I'm going to. And that is when I came across multiple medical systems, how it is helping humanity. So I
Sure.
started to study a lot, and I was very impressed with the Chinese acupuncture techniques. So
Absolutely.
that kills the pain management.
Yes.
So it is one of the best pain management therapies without any
Yeah,
side effects.
I've gone through sessions myself, so yeah, I can imagine completely. Yeah.
So I started to research a lot. I did my MD in acupuncture, and it was not a state of doing an education. I was already practicing and mentored by my mentor called Dr. Syed, who is still there in Adyar Acupuncture Clinic. And
Okay.
as he mentored, he said, Padma, you're spending so much of time here. Why don't you take up and write an exam, get your degree yourself? Huh? So
Absolutely.
I did that. And later point of time, I kept seeing people. The thing is, it actually helped me to come out of the pain,
Wow.
but I was not completely the old person. Okay,
Okay.
so it is a treatment. Okay,
Yeah.
you should, when you wanted to become what you think, you
Mm.
have to evolve yourself, grow yourself to the dream that you wanted to achieve. Okay,
Sure.
so how do I go there? So I couldn't stop there with the treatment or killing the pain. I want to
Mm.
explore more, so I still continued my research. And then I went back to my mom.
Oh,
She put me
nice.
in yoga classes. Okay,
Okay.
so I I took all those studies from my parents, all the positive points of the people who have crossed across in my life. So I
Yeah.
went back to yoga, started my research in yoga a lot, and I took all the essence. I started to work on myself. Now, if you ask me to stand upside down, I will do.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Fabulous. Fabulous. And
so
how supportive was family and the world around? How was it?
So, literally, if you see, my family, my husband, and my husband's family all were of great support to me, because I just got into married. I still have a photo of mine which says, like, I used to put my hand in the neck, and I couldn't stand for 15 minutes. Okay, I'll just hold
Oh,
this, and I was like, how do I go and sit in front of so many people getting married? I was
oh.
that young. Okay,
Mm.
so I still remember my husband. He was like, while driving, there was lots of ups and downs in the roads of Chennai. Okay, it
Sure.
is very difficult to travel. Okay,
Yeah.
to one place
Yeah.
to another. So he used
Yeah.
to like very carefully drive, and I was like, no, I'm going to break all this. Now you ask me to drive for a day, I'll do it. Okay,
Wow.
so
That's beautiful. That's lovely. So you're fully cured and you're curing and healing people. What a
Yes.
beautiful profession, and what a beautiful service to the community, because I think healing is something which is so important in the world we live in today. So I want to know more about Yoga Tattva. How did it all start? Where it all happened? And what made you? And how is it different from any other, yoga practitioner, or the centers, or the philosophies? How is it different from, with you?
So, Yogatathva has they it always I always didn't plan for anything. Okay,
Okay.
I was like, I want what I get from the society, what I learned, I want to give it back. Okay, that was
Yeah.
the only intention I had. So
Okay.
we didn't have a thought of bringing up a brand or bringing up a organization, how it runs. I
Sure.
started to help people who are around me, starting with my own family members. I could it Yoga is an experience that you're going to give to other person. It is not easy to communicate only with your language. It is
Yes.
very important you communicate with your body, and the way that you talk to them, the cozy warmth you give to the people, so that's when they get healed. So that's the healing process. Okay, so the strength that it gives you, and it makes you to communicate the experience to the other person, that takes a lot of experience and
Absolutely.
a lot of time to understand. So
Absolutely.
when Yoga Tattva, when it evolved, I was a single person doing online classes. People used to come to my house. They're just complaining, I have a little bit of knee pain. I'm unable to walk. I have a frozen shoulder. I'm unable to lift my hand. So small treatments I started to give them. And then at a point of time, there were a lot of people overwhelming coming to me, especially with spinal disorders. So I did a lot of research in spinal disorders, how eventually we have to work towards it, what are the chakras that
Wow.
impacts
Yeah.
the
I think I'll
spinal.
have to fly to Chennai to come to you.
Please welcome.
Yeah,
uh,
because I have been suffering with that for a while now. Yeah,
okay.
and even though I'm a yoga practitioner for last, I mean, like I started very early. I was 13 years old when I started actually getting to know what yoga is all about. But I think there's been multiple reasons for still having shortcomings in your health. But yeah,
Yeah.
tell me. Yes, let's go
So
back to.
I started to work with a lot of patients, and a later point of time, there were a lot of international patients who started to come back to me. Not only in person, even if you're virtually away, I started to help them with different modalities of healing, and
Wow.
it depends on people to people. The uniqueness when you compare to other spaces, I would say yoga is something for an individual. You cannot cater it to a group of people, because it is an individual experience that you can experience on your own. So
Yeah.
when you wanted to heal yourself, you have to do the real yoga.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
not the exercises, or it's not the asanas. It's the feel and the experience that you get out of it, and how you evolve yourself, the best version of yourself, and what you wanted to manifest, what is the goal you wanted to achieve. That is what is called yoga, the path how you go towards. Okay,
So
so
it's very experiential, you are saying.
yeah,
So
it's
I
very
want to know, what does Yoga Tattva make it more experiential? Like you said, it's not asana, it's not just body, it's not about how good you are at with. I want to understand, what does Yoga Tattva first of all entail to, and what do they offer? Is it a program, or is it just a session? How is it? What
so
are the classes?
so it starts with a person who, see, when people come for yoga classes, they don't just come for fitness.
Sure.
They, because when they think about fitness, there's n number of activities out there, but when they
Yes.
actually come for yoga, they have some illness in their body, or in their mindset, or in their occupation. Okay, it's a
Yeah.
very hectic occupation they are into, and they are too tired to do a fitness routine. Okay,
Mm.
so these are the target people who come to me. So what we do is, if they are really in pain, I read their pulse, understand their pulse, what kind of people
Okay.
they fall into, whether they are vada, pitta, or kava, and
Okay.
understand what kind of treatments will help them, whether it's naturopathy, homeopathy, ayurvedic, or allopathy. What is the treatment that will actually help that people whose life cycle and whose occupation is in that way. For example, if you take an entrepreneur, it is not very easy for an entrepreneur to spend like 45 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. It is not enough because he has to run the whole organization, he has to work around the clock. So we are going to tell him simple activities like 3 to 15 minutes of activities, 3 days of treatment, 3 days of right treatment. These are
Okay.
the uniqueness. So once he comes into Yoga Tattva, we make sure he is getting relieved of the pain more, not more than a week or two. In week
Okay.
or two, whatever the pain is, we make sure he is relieved of the pain. And after a couple of session, 3 or 4 session max, he will get
Okay.
relieved of the pain. And then slowly we will start allowing his body to strengthen. Okay, so we don't give 45 minutes every day. You come do the class, you will get improved. No, we give the time for the body to heal because
Heal.
already it is inflamed. You have
Yeah.
to heal the body with
Yeah.
very simple practices from 3 minutes to 15 minutes. It will
Okay.
be like a magic. Okay, you will feel
Okay.
like a magic. The people who come, especially with spinal disorder, they used to tell me, is it paining now? That is the question they'll ask.
Wow.
So
Lovely.
that is one. And I am sure the contribution of that kind of magic is not by Yoga Tattva. It is the experience the Yoga Tattva gives and makes their mindset to realize your body has the mechanism, has the knowledge and the intelligence to recover on its own. That is the
Oh.
confidence we are going to give the
So
people.
basically, you are aligning and centering them to understand their own bodies and work internally and allow them to heal on their own. I think, is that what you put together?
Yeah.
And of course, so what are the modalities to it? I mean, like you said, you also use part of Ayurveda, you use other functional, whether it's homeopathy, all of it. So do you prescribe or do you have people on your panel? How do you do it? Or you have been yourself recommending? Just wanted to understand that.
So it is. So when I wanted to take it as a brand and I want to take it as a customized and an intellectual treatment that I want to
Sure.
bring in, I definitely wanted a expertise to be a part of me because I wanted to give a world class experience to the people who are going to come into. So
Sure.
when I restrict with my head, it is a very small knowledge.
Mhm.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
wanted to flourish with a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge and passion towards helping people. So I have in-house doctors who's more than who is working with me or supporting me like friends. We discuss
Lovely.
about patients who come into us, and we every day we used to interact with each other to how to heal these people. This is the
Okay.
person, and Ayurvedic is one main thing which
Yeah.
especially helps in spinal disorders.
Mhm.
Acupuncture is helps in pain management.
Absolutely.
So we discuss with all the experts and understand.
Mhm.
So I'm expertise in pain management in acupuncture, but I have people in Ayurvedic and in naturopathy and homeopathy who still support me. And
Yeah, like you were talking about Vata, Pitta, so these are body functions. Then, do
yeah.
you integrate allopathy also, or
Yes.
you
Yeah,
do?
because it's for me everything is for the humanity. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
all treatments are for humanity. Allopathy is also an excellent treatment
yes,
if you have to take the positive sides of all the treatments, because
sure,
if you get smashed under a lorry, okay,
yeah,
who which treatment helps you to put together. Okay, so
yeah,
allopathy is a very wonderful treatment. I still would say humanity should actually understand which treatment you have to take, what you have to use your common sense to when you go to a doctor. And
absolutely,
So every little thing you go to a doctor, he is going to have a tough time recommending you a set of medicines. Okay,
sure.
first you should understand yourself, understand which service you have to take, and that is where Yoga Tattva is going to help you.
So
So
if I collectively put it, so you're basically making every individual understand their own bodies, functionalities, and so it's mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional health putting together is what Yoga Tattva does. So it's
Yeah,
more
all
about
four.
awareness, because we lack awareness, when it comes to health. We just pop pills, or we go to doctors and just keep constantly barging and then keep complaining that ye acha nahi hai, wo acha nahi hai. That's all we do as human beings, because we just want quick fixes. So I
Yes.
think, so you educate people is what I understand, about their health and about their bodies and minds. Is that
More
what?
than education, we travel with their journey. So the journey of
Fabulous.
healing. So from the pain, we make them come out of the pain with 3 to 4 sessions of treatment.
Okay.
From the treatment, we take them to yoga therapy with 3 to 15 minutes of daily activities that we will create to
Sure.
individuals. And once they are there, they will have confidence to do their physical activities very well.
Wow.
So that point of time, we put them in a regular yoga sessions, and then we see them flourish very well in their.
Fabulous. Now, I also want very important question, because this is something which I understand is it's very 101. You would heal faster if if you are in the circumference of the people who are guiding you. But what about people who are not living in your city, and how do they can be healed? I would like to know that, because how do we reach out to a larger audience, and how do
Okay.
you do that?
Okay, so when people come from international, I still have international clients. I still work with people who are from Bangalore, Coimbatore, and Hyderabad. So when people come to me, I understand, I listen to them completely. We have a diagnosis questionnaire that we work with them very closely. Like more than the treatments, we spend 45 minutes of talking to the patient and understanding them what exactly they do on a daily basis and what is their complaints and symptoms. So based on that, and even on a session like this, on an online session, we look into their eyes, face, their body language, and understand what kind of person the person is and what kind of treatment will help. So for example, if you have a chronic ailment of your spinal disorders or your knee pain, let's keep it simple, you have some knee pain or something.
Yeah.
So what we do, we start working with small strengthening and breathing practices which will allow your body to heal. At the same point of time, we take the expertise opinions on what kind of external applications or oils or massage, anything that we need to provide.
Hmm.
And then we send a person to their city. So for example, if you are in India, it's very easy for me to, because there are n number of expertise lead instructors who work with Yoga Tattva. So we will send one of the person to see the person in person and take him from the yoga therapy to the regular yoga classes. So
Wow.
yoga therapy can be done online itself because these are simple movements that's curated to an individual. It takes only 3 to 15 minutes. You can do it
So
daily. Just
basically, when you start, you need the person to come in person and give a complete lowdown on their health, whatever the problems are. And after
no,
that,
it
you
is
can go
not
on.
required. It is not required that they need to come in person. It is
Okay.
just a discussion of 45 minutes of
Okay.
diagnosis
So
discussion we do.
online, everything can be done.
Online. Yeah, online we
Everything.
can do. We have in-person nutritionist as well. So we guide food therapist, nutritionist, and
Sure.
clinical nutritionist who are going to help us to put together the health of the person. And it is
Wow.
a holistic approach that we take them. And we also tell the person to be patient so that they allow the body to heal. So we do
Yeah.
not go and tell them, yo, you do this, that everything will go off. No, we
Sure.
just allow the body to heal. How beautiful you have to take the
So
body.
generally, how much time does this kind of a treatment takes in? Generally, like a few weeks, few months. How is it? Or it
So,
depends on the.
so the very important and the very uniqueness of yoga tattva is this one. Okay, so what happens is we do not take a lot of time of yours. Okay, because it is not required, because the treatment, you are going to work on your body, it is not we are going to work, we are going to
Sure.
be in the journey of the healing. So initially the 45 minutes of diagnosis is what you have to make, and not more than 3 sessions of treatment is required for any patient, because the treatment is only 3 days. So that's the ancestor kind of treatment. So very olden days treatment, if you say treatment is for 3 days, then later point of time we start with yoga therapy. So yoga therapy, we will give one session of yoga therapy and we will sit and wait, observe the person, follow the person, what he does, what is the symptoms that he is seeing in his daily routines,
Okay.
and we will be very closely helping the person. And in the second week, then we will do the second session.
Okay.
Maximum of 8 session is what I used to prescribe, but till now, touch wood, most of the patients who have come to me, they have not taken more than 4 to 5 yoga therapy sessions. They have
Wow.
been cured and they have been put into yoga classes directly.
Amazing, amazing. And what kind of, all kinds of people can come to you? Is there any specific, like you said, you work very specifically on spine, alignments and other problems. But apart from that, like people do come for like weight loss, which is a very common, issue which every person wants to deal with, or it's anything and everything is what is treated under Yoga
Definitely,
Tattva.
definitely. Spinal disorders is one. If you could help in any spinal disorders, nothing like that. Any of the chronic ailments, including irritable bowel syndrome,
Yeah,
tinnitus. These are some of the issues that people struggle to come out of it.
yeah,
So this is a life management of how do you manage your body with these kind of chronic ailments. So even diabetic,
yeah.
asthmatic, okay, all
Okay,
these things we kind of give a very curated treatment, and it's going to be very simple. The only thing that we develop is the connectivity between the client and the therapist who is there, so that we are there in the journey of their healing thing. So that
trust.
confidence helped them to evolve from one state to another high level state, and
Yeah,
from there we also help them to create their goals. So because
yeah.
happiness comes to a person when he achieves the purpose of life.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely,
we try to bring them to that state where they
so you
go to
work
the
in the mental health space also. It's a cohesive thing. Yeah, yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Great.
So the basic is body, mind, and soul. That is the
Yeah,
basic. We do
yeah,
not we do not move away from it. When yoga comes in, it is not only the body, the mind, and soul, and the alignment that comes into picture. So
yeah,
when it is aligned, you are completely healthy.
yeah.
So when it
Absolutely.
is away, the issue comes in. So
Yeah.
that's what we are trying to. The experience also will be with respect to bringing in alignment.
Yeah. I have another set of questions now that we've heard about what Yoga Tattva does and doing an extremely amazing work. I think in today's time, we need many healers and many people who want to work for communities, and heal. So that's wonderful, Padma. But I also wanted to understand this venture when you started. What were your difficulties or shortcomings, and how have people accepted or, responded to it?
So if you see who is my client, no, it is like, hey, did you go to Padma? Okay, I got my knee pain. I just
Sure.
got relief from it, cured now. Why don't you go to her? That's the referral that I get
So
even
word of
today.
mouth is what?
But the troubleshooting part where I have to come out of it is, how do I tell people what is yoga therapy, and how do I tell them how it works? Because it's kind of an experience people are going to go through, and it's very difficult for a person who does not know what is yoga and what is yoga therapy. And when I have to bring it as an organization, I have to bring in the thought process to all of them. So
Yeah,
representing that organization, communicating and explaining it to people in a right way was a very big challenge. I had people asking me, oh, you are doing yoga, is it a sport? This is the question and understanding people had. So I was like, how do I explain yoga therapy? How do I tell Yogatathva does this? Where is the forum for me to educate people? So that's when I had to step out of the research and development to a space where educating people and making them understand what is the essence of yoga becomes very important here. So only with treatment you will not be okay. You
mm,
should align your body, mind, and soul, so that the whatever treatment you are taken, it actually benefits your body. If
Yeah.
your mind is away thinking, oh, I'm like this, my body is like this, it is always a problem,
Yeah.
whatever treatment you take, the alignment will not happen.
No.
And again, you go into the same cycle of ailments that you are in. So
Sure.
that's when we have to give a permanent solution for people. So that was a troubleshooting moment for me. So
Okay.
it was like 4 years.
Oh, oh my. Okay. So you, I think I was reading about you. You started in 2015, I think.
Yeah, it was 4 years I was trying to represent and educate it. So
Okay. So
when
practically 2019 is the time when you really took it up.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So in 2019, I started to come out because I do not know how to network with people or
Sure.
so
Sure.
it was 19 was a phase where it pushed me out of the comfort zone.
Sure.
So the incident is I was like writing down all my what to say, all my research. Okay, this is the ailment, these are the therapies we need to do. I used to write a lot of things. I have books writing it, and once my sessions were over, I was just looking at this books, and I was thinking what I'm going to do with this after I die, right? Nobody's going
Publish
to
it.
read.
Publish it.
So then I thought, okay, I have to take this knowledge out, educate people that this
Absolutely.
is what it is. Even
Yeah.
if you publish, who is going to read it?
Sure.
If you don't speak about it, then how
Sure.
people know? So then I thought, okay, I have to step out of my comfort zone,
Yes.
talk to people what is required at this era and how
Yeah.
it is going to help them and the future generation.
Fabulous. That's so amazing. So so I understand yoga tattvas, the whole philosophy, the whole intention, the mission, all of that. I also want to understand that, how has it been your, people's behavior or customer behavior, generally, does it really involve, like you said, it took me a lot of time first to educate people, but today, with, like, we are at 2024, it's been couple of years that you are now fully, out there. How has been the response, and is it still the same process that you have the difficulty, or is that eased out? Being a women entrepreneur, what are your challenges? If you could elaborate a little on that also.
So I would like to thank for the era of COVID that we had faced. Okay, people wanted to listen to other people what they are going to say about health and wellness. That is the curiosity it created with a lot of the society, which went through the COVID phase. COVID was a real good forum for me, and people who had impacted how I started to help them. So
Sure.
it just blew out my mind. There's a lot of people coming in taking my services. They listened, they sat, listened to what I was telling. So it just eventually grew up in that way, and it gave me a lot of confidence to go out into the market and to take Yogatathva to next level and to open multiple centers in Chennai. That's the confidence the society gave me to do that. So
Wow. So I think COVID was a boon for you to start and educate and aware people on health. And I
yeah.
think today, we all, with COVID, it's gone, but you never know the world we live in. I think health is a very big question, and it needs to be addressed rightly. I have, this is my personal, experience. I've had a lot of, health challenges over years. And like you said, that, how do you find a right person? Because untilness you explore. But is there a fear, like a general perception about going to any center, naturopath, or any of the healers, I would say, or therapists? There is a general perception, you don't know what you are entailing into or what you're going into. How does it challenge you?
uh, so when people come to me, I kind of explain them that the process what we do. Okay, and the before taking them into the process, I would wanted to talk to them and understand and build their confidence in their own body. Okay, so that is the first thing we do. We make them believe that they will come out of the ailment with their own efforts, and we are there to help them. Okay, so
Fabulous.
that is one thing which will actually help me to stick to the people who I go for the treatment, and I make sure even if they go through the same issues again in future, they will be able to manage it on their own with the practices that we are going to
So
give
I
them.
would say
And
you
they
equip the person to handle their challenges, is
uh,
what is part of your program. You
yeah,
equip
and
them.
we educate them. The best doctor for you is yourself.
Wow.
Okay, you are the
Amazing.
best doctor for yourself, and you have the capacity to heal yourself. That is the
Yeah.
thing that we wanted to educate the society.
Amazing, amazing. So, what do you do to educate? How do you like spread your world? Like, I'm sitting in Mumbai. I got
Mm.
to know about you through VWC. But
Mm.
if you are wanting to reach to a larger audience, to a pan India, pan global, how do you do that?
So right now I've started my steps with my Insta ads, and channelizing myself in different forums and networking with different people, and representing myself in different medical promotions, and medical educations like physical therapies that people travel all around the world, and doctors and nutritionists, they gather around. So the cadre of people who I actually network with are all from health and wellness. So when I try to help them out, for example, doctors, there are a lot of doctors from Coimbatore and Chennai take sessions with me for
Wow.
themselves. So try to help them understand what's the body, mind, and soul that they have to connect with themselves. So they will be the best doctor, and they will be the best person to treat the other people. So that is a kind of networking I
So,
develop in
like
and
you do
around.
individuals, you do corporates, and you also do institutions, is
Yeah,
what you are
yeah,
doing at this point of time. So,
correct.
what is the next plan about taking Yoga Tattva? What is the next level you're looking at, and how you're planning your future? What's happening? What are the future steps to it?
So basically, I'm not a I do not have a background of a big business person. So, but when I started in 2019, how to strategize the business, we I sat down, clarified what is the services that we are going to give. So we gave corporate workshops that especially occupational therapy for leadership teams, how they have to come out of their stress management, etc. And we give one-to-one therapies for people who are suffering with ailments, and also we give regular yoga sessions for the people who actually wanted to align their body and be to their best version and achieve their goals. And this caters to different age from 4 years to 60 to 70. I think the oldest is 75 years is the oldest person
Wow.
who is with us. So this is the age that we cater around, and now we have brought in a lot of workshops. So how do we reach a lot of people? How do we give experience to a lot of people? Is what we have a number of workshop, especially at this point of time, building a very healthy relationship with your friends or a business partners or your spouse or the people next door is a biggest challenge that people see in this.
Absolutely.
So we bring up workshops like Know Your Partner, couple yoga therapies, and parent and mom yoga therapies, like 2 hours workshop to understand the next person who is actually with you all your lifetime, how you understand them better, and
Hmm.
how you collaborate with simple techniques in asanas, and understanding their strengths and weakness by doing that. So that connectivity, sometimes it is, you do not need to sit and talk everything through words, because that
Sure.
might not be perfect. Just by creating some little bit of intimacy between the couples. Okay,
Yeah.
so just by touching and feeling, holding the person, they will be able to understand what is the strength and the weakness of the person, where he
Yeah.
needs or where she needs, where they need to hold. So this
Sure.
is the therapy that we bring in. Especially it works a lot when we do a prenatal and postnatal therapies with the
Yeah.
spouse and the forthcoming parents and all.
Yeah.
So these workshops are the strategies I am going to bring into give the experience to the society. It's
That's
something like,
already now part of your program, or you're just incorporating it now?
no, well, I think it's been 2 years we've been doing this workshops, and
Fabulous.
later point of time we also started to integrate collaborate with retreat programs. We have conducted a number of retreat programs within the city, outside the city, and we have a lot of a big list of retreat program plans in futures as well, so
Yeah.
that this retreat program brings in people together, understand each and everyone's differences, what they have to, and
Mm,
also we do it at the end of the year so that they correlate it with their goals that they wanted to become. So
mm,
it, when it comes to yoga, all the four dimensions as you mentioned, okay,
mm,
emotional, physical, and how they wanted to move spiritually, how they have to build the social relationship, everything has a goal. So
yeah.
even if it is a health goal, you have a goal. Even if you want to move spiritual, you have a goal. How to attain the goal is what the yoga journey gives you. So we
Mm,
give that experience in the retreat programs, how you wanted to walk towards your goal, and
mm.
how you have to elevate and take to the next level.
Nice, nice. So, are there any specific programs you would like to talk about, which you'd like to share? Which is like, and how are they done? Are they are packages, or anything you want to talk about about them?
So this year we have plans of taking multiple workshops, especially certain workshops that we have newly innovatively collaborated is something called pranayam and sound healing workshops. Sound healing is something that works in your celluloid levels, and pranayam and sound healing workshops is a complete healing workshop of your body, whether you have an ailment, whether you do not have an ailment, how to make your body happy. The body is made up of a lot of cells, and the
Mm,
cells becomes vibrant when the celluloids experience the sound frequency that travels through it. So this
yeah.
is a pranayam and sound healing workshop. Pranayam prepares you to set your body, get your stress levels down, anxiety levels down, and opens up to the sound healing process. So something called pranayam and sound healing workshop together is what we have taken
Wow,
down.
that's
And
lovely.
yeah, we
That's
have
a
done.
very different kind of an integration, actually. I've
Yeah,
done both of them, but I've done it separately. So I think that's a great integration together.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I when I experienced two, three, four workshops for myself, then I used to sit and see how it is going to help the people in a very less time. Like I'll have only 1.5 hours time, and I have to give the experience to the person. And they, when they come out of that session, they have to feel the
Mm,
feel that we give them. So that is when we combine such sessions. And for most of the corporate employees, staffs, we bring in the back and neck pain workshop, that people, even entrepreneurs who have to travel to different states. So
mm,
back and neck pain workshop is one workshop people are looking forward a lot, and we have planned the workshops every weekend, so
mm,
people can register from any place. They can take online and offline as well, and in different centers of mind we run this workshop as well. Apart from that, we have know your partner workshop. That's one of the workshop that people just love to come in. They come with their kid, they come with their spouse, they come with their in-laws, friends, business
mm.
partners. They just
Yeah.
enjoy the 2 hours of time and
Mm.
understand each other. So if you have any differences also, you can bring in the person there, understand that how both have collaborate to each other, so they forget their differences and get along. So these are
So
some of the.
basically, you're channelizing the energies. That's amazing. That's really amazing. Because today, communication is the key, and we need to all address that. I think that's the best way, or the best tool to heal at all levels. So,
Yes.
like you said, you're an independent entrepreneur, and you must have had your challenges when you started your business. So, what are you seeking for, or what are you looking forward to in terms of investors, or are you looking at some kind of a, how VWC would, help you out on that? And what made you like seek to come to VWC? What really, what did you see in it?
So I definitely had a vision. I when I started to experience myself, how I can evolve myself from 0 to 100. Okay, I have the capacity to move forward, and how do I visualize and give it to more and people? There was a vision that it was burning within me, and I could see this visionary women's circle the whole of the ideation there, like they had a vision that which actually aligned with mine. So I was like very happy to be part of a visionary women, because there's a lot of women who visualize how they wanted to see their future and how it is going to impact other people's life. So that
Sure.
was very close to me. It aligned with me very closely. So I'm very glad I met Kadam, and I'm in this forum, and the pleasure was mine. And how would I see this circle is going to help me is, especially Yogatathva needs a lot of support from medical systems, because now though if you go to any doctor, they see all your reports and they say you have to do some physical activity, you have to lose weight, you have to do that, this, but where to do it? So that's the
Yeah.
question and gap that always has in the medical system, and that is where I wanted to collaborate with a lot of medical experts, doctors, and brands of medical hospitals,
Sure.
clinics of pain management,
Sure.
and also alternative medications, even alternative therapies. If you go to Ayurvedic, they say you take this massage, you do this, but where do you go and do their therapies? Okay,
Yeah.
who is going to even if you go to a orthopedia, or even if you go to a joint expert, they used to give you the physiotherapy, but that is for a period of time. Who is going to
Right.
travel? Who's going to make you come out of it? Okay,
Mm.
so this kind of collaboration, one thing, it is a win-win collaboration. It will help us to serve the people in the right way and come out of it, and it gives a very good name to the organization who collaborates with us, because we really help the people, we really value their treatment, and
Mm.
we make sure the patient is out, and the patient will become a brand ambassador to both of us. So that's the way win-win that we see in this such kind of collaboration. We have done a little collaborations in Chennai as well with mostly doctors and pain management clinics, and it is really good, and we are very happy with that. And that is one thing that in a collaboration or a partnership space that we would like to look into it. And the other one is the corporates, because now staffs and employees have difficult times. More than that, the leaders and entrepreneurs who have to give directions to these people have a real difficult time with their own body and their own schedules and time management, etc.
Sure.
So these are the people we actually would like to collaborate with, and make sure they experience it and they take it to their organization. So starting from corporate hospitals, corporate IT sectors, and any corporate institutions and education system, we try to help all the clean people there and make them understand how we help them. And regularly we keep workshops there. So this is another collaboration where we can educate them, and that
Sure.
would be a good connect for us. And when you speak about investors, we need a great thought leadership who actually helps us to foresee this to the next level, how we have to take it to the next level, what kind of investment and support we might need. And that forum and platform is what we expect from the investors, with financial as well as the support system, so that we flourish in each and every place that we step into, and also help the society to get to a better note. So
Yeah.
this is the thought process I have.
So basically, you're looking at a more aware investor, somebody who understands the purpose of health and healing. That is something I think very important,
Yeah.
because you're doing an extremely commendable work, and I think also the best service to humanity. I would say that healing people, because in today's time we are really really need that. I think to add it all, I think you should even look at the youth, which is so crucial on stress, and we are trying to fly high, not keeping our grounds right. So I think that's again, your colleges, your students, they would probably also need this kind of. And like you said, when you started, you were a young teenager. I think that's the time. Um, if you understand your body, and if you understand what you want from it, and you can heal it, I think we will come out with an extremely healthy, future. So
Right.
that
Right.
so I think that's very beautiful. What you said. And so I also wanted to know, so what I have understood is that I think your word of mouth is of great importance and immense, uh, uh, an area which really endorses Yoga Tattva. Of course, there is social media, and that's all of it. But I think your ambassadors are the people who have already been, who've been healed, and how they take it, forward. So the referral is of a great importance in your business. I'll be very happy to help you in Mumbai, and I will connect with you
Sure,
post the
definitely.
mastermind, soon,
Okay.
this session. But I would like you to also share anybody you want to know, your testimonials, or whatever your experiences. What has made you very happy, or the day when you felt what you're doing is in the right direction? Would you like to share your thoughts on it?
Yeah, sure. So, I see facts is what people would like to hear. Okay, so I'll just when I had my first client, I'm just open. My husband's friend was there, and she said, "Why can't you help my wife? She has a special child, and she's working in IT. She couldn't lift the child. It was a
Hmm.
second child, and she couldn't lift the child because she had a lot of back pain. But still, she has to sit in the system and work."
Hmm.
And I remember we worked only for 6 sessions with her, and out of 6 sessions, every session there was immense improvement in her
Yeah.
pain, and we made sure she was still carrying the child. She's still giving all the service. We did not restrict her from any of her regular activities because there's no choice. You
Yeah.
have to take care of your specialty, and the child is growing. The weight is she's he or he is gaining weight, still she has to lift him. Okay, so that is the mother we started to work with. And you even I didn't imagine, because the potential of a person is unmeasurable, and she's a marathoner now. Okay, she
Wow.
was unable to walk when she came to us, and she works in an IT firm, and now she has traveled abroad also. She's working there.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
yeah, so that's the transformation that we see. I have few testimonies who has
Please.
taken our Know Your Partner program, how they felt in 1 or 2 hours of the session.
Wow.
Akshay, if you can bring up that, it would be great.
Yeah, that'll be very nice to see.
So Akshay, you're there?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for her only.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. I think so. She's playing.
நான் மிஸ்ஸஸ் ஷாஜி வைத்தியநாதன். ஆஃப்டர் என்னுடைய நான் 3 இயர்ஸாக சிக்காக இருந்தேன். ஸோ இன்றைக்கி தான் வந்து ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் நான் வெளில வரேன் என் ஹஸ்பண்ட் கூட. ஸோ இந்த செஷன் வந்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்தது. பிகாஸ் எனக்கு என் ஹஸ்பண்டை 3 இயர்ஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் டச் பண்ணி இவ்வளோ க்ளோஸாக இருந்தது வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப நாள் கழிச்சு இருந்தது. அகெயின் எனக்கு இன்னும் லவ் பண்ணும் ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் லவ் பண்ணும்போது அவரை டச் பண்ண ஃபீல் இருந்தது. ரியலி ஐ தேங்க் டு பத்மா டு கேவ் திஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. ரியலி இந்த செஷன் வந்துட்டு ரொம்ப ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக லைக் பாண்டிங் க்ரியேட் பண்ண மாதிரி இருந்தது. ஷியோர் ஐ வில் ரெக்கமெண்ட் என்னுடைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், என்னுடைய ரிலேஷன்ஸ் யாராக இருந்தாலும் நான் ரெக்கமெண்ட் பண்ணுவேன். தேங்க்யூ.
Yogatathva is a wonderful yoga class. Like she do a lot of different activities like partners program. This is today we attended partner program, which is more interesting, and we feel very happy today. The moment is very happy moment for us, and we enjoyed a lot. Thank you for Yogatathva and this Padmapriyadharsini.
Sunday became a super day for us.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you to Yogatathva and Padma for inviting to this session. செஷன் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்துச்சு அண்ட் வி ரியலி என்ஜாய்ட். ஜெனரலாக நம்மளுக்கு டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு கிடைக்கிறது இல்லை பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் பிஸி ஷெட்யூல்ஸ். பட் கனெக்டிங் வித் ஈச் அதர் அண்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஈச் அதர், எப்படி வந்து நம்மளை அவங்க எப்படி பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, அவங்களோட கேப்பபிலிட்டி என்ன, நம்ம சம்டைம்ஸ் ட்ரஸ்ட் இஷ்யூஸ் இருக்கும், நம்மளை அவங்களால பிடிக்க முடியுமா இல்லையா. ஸோ லைஃப்லேயுமே அதே மாதிரி சில சேலஞ்சஸ் இருக்கும். பட் இந்த செஷன் பண்ணும்போது we are gaining trust and like what is possible from each partner and எங்க வந்து நம்மள வந்து அவங்களால ஹேண்டில் பண்ண முடியும், எந்த இடத்துல விட்டு கொடுக்க முடியும் அப்படின்றது. So the session was really good and we got to align with each other. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
என்னோட நேம் கல்பனா, சென்னையிலேருந்து வரும். வைத்தியநாதன் சார் வந்து யோக தத்வா பற்றி பத்மா பிரியா மேடம் ரெஃபரலில் நாங்கள் வந்திருந்தோம். தேங்க்யூ பத்மபிரியா மேம் இந்த செஷன் ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணதுக்கு. நான் ஸ்டார்டிங் வரும்போது எப்படி இருக்கும், என்ன பண்ண போகிறோன்னு யோசிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன். பட் என்னோடய சைல்டோட கனெக்ட் ஆகிறதுக்கு இது ஒரு நல்ல ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டியாக இருந்தது. ஒன்ஸ் அகெயின் தேங்க்யூ பத்மபிரியா மேம்.
Hi, I am Sandhya. நான் சைதாப்பேட்லேருந்து வரேன். ஐ எம் அ ஹோம் பேக்கர். ஸோ நான் வந்து யோகா தத்வா செக்ஷனுக்கு வந்து இன்றைக்கி நாங்கள் ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருந்தோம் ECRல காசா கிராண்டில். ஸோ வெரி யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்தது எங்களுக்கு. ஸோ நாங்கள் ரொம்ப லாங் பேக்காக நாங்கள் வந்து யோகா பண்ணிகிட்ருந்தோம். ரொம்ப லாங் ஆஃப்டர் டைம் வந்து நாங்கள் இப்போ அகெயின் வந்து யோகா பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். ஸோ நான் என்னோடய கிட்ஸோடு வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணியிருந்தேன். வெரி என்ஜாய்ஃபுல்.
ரொம்ப எக்ஸலண்ட்டாக இருந்தது. உங்களுக்கு வேணும்னா காசு கிராண்டில் வந்து ECRல நீங்கள் யோகா பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அப்படி பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், கமெண்ட், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள்.
ஸோ நான் என்னுடைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் யாருக்குனாலும் என்னால் ரெக்கமெண்ட் பண்ண முடியும். தேங்க்யூ.
Hey Padma, I just want to leave a voice note that the meditation course has helped me immensely. The most important part that I see is it has started a routine, a structure, because I never did meditation on a daily basis. I read a lot about spirituality and I always wanted to start meditation, and I do once in a while, but not with the consistency that you provided with this class. So thank you so much, and kudos to you that you are dot on time every day. So the class starts at 5:30 your time, so you must be up by 5 o'clock. So you are doing amazing.
Hello, I am Swarnalakshmi Mahadevan, and this is my younger daughter Sri Lakshmi, and we enjoyed today's session very much. It was very engaging and actually relaxing. My daughter already does yoga postures, so today I could also show her that I could also do some yoga postures, and it was really refreshing, and I will recommend this session to my family and friends.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing, Padma. This was really nice, beautiful. I loved the mother-daughter and children coming along, because I think they need to be guided by their parents, and it's so much time. We definitely in today's rush times we don't get time to spend with our loved ones. So this is beautiful, so amazing. This is like I think you should think of now coming this side of the country as well and do some good sessions with
Sure.
in fact we all VWC women should get together and do it. That'll be amazing.
That will be great. Pleasure should be mine.
No,
Pleasure is
absolutely,
always
absolutely. So great work and a lot of good things happening. So I think we all can collectively grow under the wing of VWC, the vision of Kadambari, and we hope we all kind of make an impact and do some kind of contribution to the community in our own way. Anything more you'd like to talk about regarding the business part of it, or do you want to say something to the community or to the people generally? Whoever is watching, I'm sure we are being watched by many. So yeah.
So,
all to you.
the one thing I wanted to communicate to the society is believing in yourself is what the key to achieve what you wanted to become. So the belief is the basis of everything, and the mind doesn't know what is positive or negative. So always stick on to the positivity of yours, so that you know what is positive. So only speak positive, be positive, take action positive, attract positivity. So you always grow with that. So that's the one thing that I request the society, because I personally, I work on it on myself, and that's what I speak as well.
Fabulous. That's so amazing. I think, yes, be positive is not only there. I like what you said, action positive. We keep thinking and we just procrastinate. Let's take the action and let's make a better world together. So that's beautiful. I think it's been a lovely evening. And it was my pleasure to have you here and to know you. So, and the amazing work you're doing. So, I am very, very today awed by you, so thank you so much for that, and looking forward to many more opportunities to connect. And
Thank you so much, Bhavana. Thank you for the viewers who are seeing
yes,
this moment. I am very honored to be a part of this, and I'm very happy to see a lot of women who are there and encouraging me, supporting me. I'm very glad to be here at this point of time. Thanks a lot.
yes, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for this session and lovely evening, and we keep coming back. Thank you so much. Take
Thank you.
care. Bye, 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 bye.